Buongiorno. Welcome back to the adventures of Adam and David's honeymoon. Where you last left us, we were about to go into the Vatican tour. Sorry, I'm grabbing my bullet points. And we went through, and it was about 3 hours, or maybe 2.5, of touring statues and sculptures and just gorgeous old artifacts and that sort of thing. Raphael, Michelangelo, paintings, and it was just amazing. What people don't tell you is that it's like miles and miles of museum. We probably walked more in the museum than we did for much of Rome. But anyways, we finally got to the Sistine Chapel, and for those of you who have not been to the Sistine Chapel, words cannot describe how amazing this is. You see pictures, but when you're sitting there and actually looking at it, it is the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Probably the most amazing piece of art that I have ever seen in person. And you know, you go in there and there's no photos and there's no talking, and you're trying to have a memorable moment in the Sistine Chapel. And of course, me being the rule breaker that I am, I had my camera out, but I was trying to do it subtly, so I just had it around my neck and I was pointing it up and just kind of subtly taking pictures, and you just hear guards going, "No photo, shh, no photo," over and over again. I mean, you're trying to like look up and see this breathtaking piece of art, and you just hear "no photo." Well, it's probably partially my fault, but I did get a couple of pictures, and then put the camera away so I didn't get in trouble. And then we went home and took a little nap. We had some gelato, actually. Checked your email, sort of. And then we went home, took a little nap, and went out to dinner. And our quest for dinner was like the quest for the Holy Grail. David wanted to find something that was off the beaten path, and I agreed. Something very not touristy and stuff like that. So we walked around the streets and tried to see the Trevi Fountain we saw. It was beautiful. And we threw a coin in later on that night. But the whole thing turned into an interesting thing, and we were trying to find this mom-and-pop type restaurant that was not touristy and that sort of thing. However, it turns out that that just exists in Monte Rosso. Every corner you take is another mom-and-pop restaurant that specializes with fish of the day that they freshly caught, and it's amazing. We haven't been to eat there yet, but tonight we will be going. And then later on, we decided, you know, we're on our honeymoon, we're gay, so we might as well go to a gay bar. Well, there's only about 5 in Rome. And so we looked on the map and tried to find them, and we're using David's phone, which he only has like 25 gigabytes of memory or something like that for the trip. So we're trying to do it briefly. We went down this path, we walked down that path, we looked on the map, we found several streets that had similar names: Quattro something, Quattro other thing. Quattro Cantoni was what we ultimately ended up to shoot for. We walked there, and walked, and we stopped by the Trevi Fountain, threw a coin in, took pictures, looked for this gay bar, and we actually navigated pretty well, except the map is not to scale, so to speak. So it was a little further than we expected, a lot of uphill in flip-flops, because my feet were exhausted and needed to put something else on. And finally we get there, find the street, and we walk up the street, and we're like, looking for the bar. We don't really see much. We look up on David's phone again to find out the exact address. It's number 5, Quattro Cantoni. And we walk back, we find number 5, and it is a swinger bar. We're like, I don't think we want to go in there for our honeymoon. So it was called Why Not? And I guess, you know, why not? But we did not. We did not. And then we went home. We finally got in a cab. We went home. We just couldn't bear it anymore. We looked for a bottle of wine. We finally found one. We're like, we just need a drink at this point. We found a bottle of wine and took it back to the hotel room. Passed out. Watched a little Italian TV. It was kind of fun. And then we woke up early. Well, I woke up early. David still likes to sleep in. Actually, David is taking a nap. Apparently, Adam doesn't sleep on the honeymoon, but gets up at 8:30 or 8. Actually, it was closer to. It was actually 7:45. I laid in bed trying to fall back asleep. I didn't, so I got dressed or put some shorts on and went downstairs to the lobby so I could upload some videos. And then we had breakfast, most expensive breakfast I think I've ever had, for not much, but anyways, we have left Rome, and we have ventured to the Cinque Terre. And I'm not going to tell you too much about it yet. However, I am going to share with you this. And this is pretty dark right now. When we first got here, it was the sun was still up, and the sun has just set behind the mountain. And if you can see, and we'll give you another view as well. This is the view from our balcony that we share. And we met Lorenzo, who runs the place, and with his father Giovanni. This is Manuel's guest house in Monte Rosso. We've only been here for a few hours, and we feel like it's the most amazing. It's heaven on earth for us. You can go to the terrazza bar that they have, and you can get wine for Vina della Casa for, I think, €1.50. And we had 2 glasses, and we bought some prosciutto, and some cheese, some pecorino, and some sun-dried tomato pesto, and some focaccia, which is, if you've never had focaccia from this place, it's just to die for. So we're about to, David's resting, and we're gonna head off and go to some mom and pop seafood restaurants and have some amazing times here in Monte Rosso. And I can't wait to tell you more about everything tomorrow. Ciao! Okay. Ciao. Seriously.